Wassup Bouquets? How are we doing today? It's your girl Enchanted, the Gypsy Lotus of Uniqueness, and I am back with another What the H.E.A.L Mercury Retrograde edition. And we are going to break this video up into 3 sections. So, I'm gonna do it in sections because the retrograde is going to, since it's starting off in Sagittarius and then going into Scorpio, right now it is affecting the mutable signs mostly. Well, I mean, everybody gonna be affected. It's Mercury retrograde, but mainly, also, FYI, I have like a very surface level understanding of astrology. I do not call myself an astrologer. Yeah, surface level, right? Not, So I don't know everything, but I know right now, I know it's going to start in Sag until like the 18th, 19th or something like that. And then the rest of it is going to be in Scorpio. And then I know because it's in Sag, mutable signs are going to be affected most. And then it's going to really start affecting the fixed signs after that. But of course, every sign is still going to be affected. So I'm still going to give the cardinals the attention that they need. You feel me? So this is going to be 3 different readings. 3 different readings. Let me oil up my, of course, we're using my own brand, the protection oil, before we get into the readings. But let me just still give y'all the summary. This is really just for my hand, so I'm not doing too much. Just get the cards flowing and things. I buttered up before I came out here too. I actually burnt myself earlier, pinky a little bit, so we'll see how that oil does on that burn too. So I already said how we going today. Okay, so mutable signs, which are our Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. The pre-shadow period was October 21st until November 9th, which was Sunday. Today is also the 11/11 portal, so keep that in mind if you need to do anything. So because, mutable signs are the adaptable and the transition masters of the zodiac, this time is all about revision, reflow, release, and reassessing things. All right. So you're probably feeling right now with it being in Sagittarius, you're probably feeling more like you're having kind of moments like, whoa, wait a minute, like, what was I doing back then? Like, you're really reassessing a lot of the past decisions or things you've done in the past, and trying to figure out what fits into the vision you see for yourself coming forward in the future, right? And then once it goes into Scorpio, it's just going to be a deeper emotional transformation. So it's borderline, basically. In short, I'm like bouncing around my own thing. We're gonna have just a 2-layered energy things, like the broad philosophical spirit expansion of Sagittarius, but then when it goes back to Scorpio, it's going to be that deep shadow work into intensity that Scorpios have, right? You're just leaning more into what you're focused more on what needs refinement. Sorry, I was about to add a but refinement. And we're not really starting anything new. I know y'all hear it a lot, or maybe you haven't heard it a lot, but retrograde is not a good time to necessarily start anything new because it's more time to revise old things and let the old cycles to truly end, but it's not really a time to begin new things. So, yeah. So, like I said, we're going to do 3 videos. I am still going to focus on each individual sign, okay? Each individual sign is still going to get the attention. But you the one who want to see it like that, and I don't like that. So, lip spray. My lip spray. It's for the skin, that's why I sprayed it on my face. So I am going to treat it like my normal What the H.E.A.L readings. Start with what we need to surrender to, which you're probably being asked to heal during this retrograde, and then we'll get into the other. Alright, so Geminis. Let's keep these readings like 1 or 2 cards each, so this is not going OD long. I do not like when looking at cards. Alright. Gemini. Mercury retrograde energy. What are they going Geminis to feel what might be a trigger for Geminis. What might be a trigger for Geminis? Two cards. Two cards. Surrender to success. I actually tried to start this reading yesterday, so maybe that's why the energy was a little like, girl. Geminis, you're going to have a lot of drama coming up, but you're being asked to surrender the dramatics, all right? And surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks. Actually, need to look back at previous roadblocks. I mean, but okay, let me read. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. No matter how. Oh, surrender the drama. Sorry, I'm just reading it. Sorry. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve issues more quickly, right? So, Geminis are probably, like I said, this is a time for refinement and just really and that really don't want to say analyzing though, because you don't want to say too much thought in the past, but just look at the previous. It's saying don't look at the previous roadblocks, but if you are going to look at the previous roadblocks, look at it and figure out what was the lesson that you need to take from that, or what did you learn from that roadblock, or how did you get through that roadblock, or how can we make it that that roadblock doesn't appear again. So and sometimes honestly I feel like that roadblock is yourself. Just being honest. I think I did make a video about being in your own way. If I haven't made a video, I probably have made a video and just deleted it. You know what I mean? If I didn't post that. Now I gotta look through my videos because it is definitely all over. Because I feel like that was something that was on my mind heavy at one point this summer. So I feel like I definitely made a video on that. If I did, I'll link it. If I didn't, I'm gonna make another one and it's gonna be up. But standing in your own way and just not allowing the light to come in, not allowing the beauty of the world to be what it is. I think, interestingly enough, I really would have to remember, but I really believe yesterday when I even started this, it was just OD windy, and I was like, you know what? No, we're just gonna let it go. But yesterday when I started this, I'm pretty sure y'all got surrender to the beauty of the world. And if you look at this, it's also kind of giving that same type of energy a little bit, because look how beautiful the world is in that reflection on the mirror, right? So it's like, stop worrying about what happened in the past. Let's just look at what's standing right there in front of you now. You know, like when you stand in the mirror, that's what's in your reflection, what's right there. You're not looking at the past when you're looking in the mirror. You're looking at the present moment, you know. And then surrender the drama. I mean, let's just, Mercury retrograde is very triggering. It's going to be a lot of bad communication. It's going to be, it's going to stir up some drama, but it's asking you to stay grounded no matter what. In that energy, because you don't want to keep you don't want to keep, like, retrograde is a time for the cycles to be closing and things of that nature, so you don't want to necessarily keep if you keep giving into the drama and keep, you know, igniting or reacting to situations, you're only asking for that energy to keep coming back up. You feel me? Okay, if y'all keep getting instant switch card, I put it back that time because I wanted to keep things at a 2-card minimum. But now in this time, y'all got to begin with intuition. So you need to really tap into your intuition and really be in your power, because that's what's going to lead to the success. Allow yourself to shine. Okay, figure out how you're holding yourself up, how you're holding yourself back. That's what I'm getting from Geminis. Y'all are really in your own way and just are holding yourself back. So think and look at the ways that you're not standing in your full power. How can you use your intuition to help guide you further? And it's asking. I'm stuttering a lot, and I don't like that. I don't stutter. You're being asked to forgive yourself. There's some type of deep healing. And maybe y'all do need to do some mirror work. That's another thing I'm feeling. Geminis, do some mirror work. 3 and 2 might be significant numbers. Orange and yellow, sacral energy and solar plex energy. So that creative power, your confidence is not there. That's yeah. Y'all need to be more confident in who y'all are and work on truly embodying your power and truly embodying what your intuition is already guiding you from. Most of y'all know what y'all need to do. Y'all just not listening to yourself. You are continuing to be your own drama and giving into your own mess, basically. So if you dig deep and actually forgive yourself for maybe things that happened in the past, or forgive yourself from hiding, forgive yourself for whatever you need forgiving yourself from, do that and during this retrograde. It's a lot of mirror work during this retrograde. It's a lot of forgiveness of self during retrograde. Even if it is forgiveness of others, it's still mainly forgiveness of self. We don't forget. We forgive others to help us forgive ourselves. We don't necessarily. Forgiveness is not about forgiving the other person. Mainly, it's about just forgiving so that yourself can be at peace and things of that nature. All right, so my advice would be that I already didn't give it. I've had these cards before. So catalyst, this is the year of the snake, right? And you're probably having like your final shed. So it's giving snake energy. Well, it's already the year of the snake, so it's giving snake energy all year regardless. But now you're really just more so think about yourself as you are the catalyst into your own catalyst to your own soul. Ain't that the same? You're the catalyst of your own soul. No, you're the captain of your own ship. Something. Child, I'm mixing up all the sayings. But be a catalyst over your own life. Shed what needs to finally be shed fully, completely, and so we're not starting anything new. Make a plan when we are going to get out of retrograde, how you're going to embody that, and what difference or what are you going to change about yourself? How are you going to transform during this retrograde? How are you going to have that final piece of shedding? What finally needs to be released from your aura, from your energy field, any of that stuff, and return to that light within and let it actually let it burst out of you and allow you to keep soaring above the rest. Like you want to be um you want to be it's a lot of like because I was going to say you needed to just surrender to your power, surrender to that light within you, and use that as the force, the energy, the fire, whatever to like drive you forward, the motivation to keep you moving forward. Get back into like these are right. Um okay, so a lot of this is also giving like return to self. Like you need to be careful, analyze who you have around you, who might be blocking you from holding you back, who's putting fear into your heart if it's not yourself. It might be a time of it's retrograde communication. It's gonna hit on some relationships, but um who who or what around you is blocking you? If it is yourself, if it's other people, how are we gonna either release those people? have a healthy conversation. There's 3 options. Remove them. Have a healthy conversation on possibly being able to move forward, or ask for the cycle to keep repeating and don't do nothing at all and just allow things to keep being the same way. The third option is really not an option, so really only have 2 options. And then determine based on how that conversation ends, then I would just this is gonna turn into a very long video. I'm only on one side and I gotta do 17 minutes. I gotta like me pause it, so maybe I'll cut that out. Pay attention to who you have around you and who you're talking to about your plans. That's what I just got. Who have you been talking to about things you wanted to do? And then notice, like, start if there's a pattern of you telling a certain person something, and then that certain things start getting shaky as soon as you have told that person. Maybe they're not the person that needs to be around. Maybe they don't need to be on that journey with you. You know? All right, let's get into. Oh my gosh, I really don't want to do my assignments first. So Gemini just allow success to come in. See what's blocking you from the success during this time. It's really your final life. It'll all be all. And pay attention to who's around you. And all right, let me just do another little dose of protection. Virgo. Virgo. Retrograde. Virgo just need this right now, too. Oh, okay. So you got a lot of purple and blue. Oh, I did say sacral and solar for Gemini. Keep that in mind. So that is that throw in that third A. It's giving. Surrender to wonder and awe, and surrender to the wisdom of your body. I'm just a Virgo, so I'm just open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. As a Virgo myself, I know Virgos have a very hard time of just like living in the moment and allowing life to just be beautiful without constantly overanalyzing or constantly thinking what's going to happen next, what's the next thing I need to do. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the odds, like really take time to smell the flowers, you know. All right, surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So I don't know if y'all have ever heard the saying that the body always keeps score. It does. And even beyond that, your body sometimes something usually is going to signal you when you don't need to be in certain places anymore, you know. Or around certain people anymore. You ever maybe you were about to say something and suddenly you got the hiccups, or you were about to you get chills when somebody walk by, or you feel you go to a certain restaurant and you just kind of feel suddenly blah, like you don't really want to be around people, you know. Those things are signs, like, or you know how, okay, in this day and age we all talk about social anxiety, social media, all this other stuff. You go into what you ain't even been nowhere, so we talking about you during your social battery gone. No, you just left the house, was so ready to have a good time. As soon as you got to the place, you yawning. As soon as you was good until this other person arrived, now you starting to feel crazy, you know. Things of that nature. Like, your body is always going to tell you in certain ways when you don't need to be somewhere. But it also tells you when, like, sometimes, or at least with me, my body sometimes it's good signals and bad signals. Like, okay, you good, you comfortable, like that's something good. And sometimes it'd be like, get gone, get gone. So, or shut up. I definitely get shut up. I don't get really too much. I mean, because I don't really put myself in too many places, but I definitely get like the shut up moment sometimes when I'm about to tell stuff or tell people stuff. Okay, moving forward. So that throat chakra, I don't know why I'm feeling throat, but maybe it's more so. So we Virgos might be triggered by some type of betrayal that has taken place. And maybe you betrayed yourself. Maybe you're being asked. Maybe the person that betrayed you is trying to come back. Retrograde. You know, some people do sometimes. People keep trying to come back. Okay, so yes, Virgo at this time is going to just have a lot of secrets coming out. Um, and that's probably why the body thing was coming out, because now it's connecting. So the surrender, like again, the wonder and awe, like acknowledge the things that bring you pleasure into the world. Enjoy the things that are really pleasing to your son. This is a time for you to really, again, be more in the moment, in the present moment. Stop thinking about the future. Stop thinking about the past. Just be in the present moment and just enjoy life for what it is. You know, and maybe you need to rethink or refine what is actually pleasurable to you at this time. What things were you saying were pleasure, but it really wasn't pleasure. You really didn't enjoy it, or you enjoyed it for the wrong reasons, basically. I did say secrets are going to be revealed, and the secrets revealed maybe about the betrayal. But even through the betrayal, you'll feel a sense of empowerment, like because don't harbor the energy. Like when the secrets will get revealed and the things come out, don't harbor that energy. Okay, cool, move on. Like take for what it is. Forgive the person, forgive whatever betrayal it was, and maybe it is a betrayal of self. Like maybe you betrayed yourself for real, for real. So just but I'm not getting that. I mean, we in a way, but then I'm mostly getting just things that could have come out to light and about maybe something that happened in the past, or maybe you're currently, maybe the betrayal is going to happen during the betrayal. I don't know, but when those secrets arrive, how are we supposed to? Let's see if this is going. Okay, so there's going to be signals and signs in regards to that's going to show the secrets being revealed, and you don't have to worry about the betrayal because you're already divinely protected. And God got His eye on you always, Virgo. Yeah, we're like the I am laughing because I am a Virgo and I technically already, not I technically already knew, but I knew what energy I was going to be working on through the retrograde, even if I ain't been triggered yet. But I knew like kind of what my focus was on, and that a lot of it, like, I think I already said like November was about to be a deep healing month for me. So like, you are divinely protected. Threes might be significant. One might be significant. Two might be significant. But Virgos, you're protected. You're very protected during this time. That's why things are just going to start coming out for you to know. And it's for you to create better boundaries. It's for you to create. It's okay. So, boom, 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 boom. When the secrets come out and the things get revealed, all you need to do with that information is figure out. Because I'm not even getting necessarily just like love life betrayal, like friendship betrayals, family betrayal, like any type of relationship betrayal. It's for you to lean more into your focus on yourself and your healing of self and self-love, because you need to create, because of that betrayal, whatever betrayal it may be, you're going to need to create better boundaries. You're going to feel the need to protect yourself, right? So how do you protect yourself? You create boundaries, you stand firm in them, you learn to say no, you learn who really needs access to you and who doesn't. So that's kind of what I'm getting from Virgo's energy for retrograde. You're learning more about boundaries and staying in self and protecting yourself and just really healing from any past betrayals, any past wounds that have happened, so that you can stop thinking about and stop being so much in the past and actually learn how to be in the present moment. So heal the things from the past so that we can actually surrender to the woo and the awe and the everything beautiful about life currently, presently, because we're not stuck in all that old gunk and we're not going to be stuck in the betrayal and, oh my God, they hurt me. Okay, cool, thanks. And technically, you probably already know the truth. At least I do. You probably already know the truth. Do with that what you will, but choose to heal. Regardless, don't choose to allow the cycle to continue. Don't let nobody back in just easily. Like, this is not the time to just, oh yes, come back. Hell no. Set up some boundaries. Really, like, a little defense, a little, but so be more in your power. Like that, be so much in your power that even when the things come up, when the secrets get revealed to you, that it don't shake you, it don't break you, it don't nothing. It's literally like, okay, cool, like, and move accordingly type energy, you know? All right, that was Virgo. Pisces. Pisces, it's the same. Pisces. What do Pisces need to surrender to during Mercury retrograde? What are Pisces need to surrender to during Mercury retrograde? Okay. Stay. Pisces. 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 Ooh. Ooh. I'm so full of resentment. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm trying to do, but I'm so full of resentment. All right. You, oh, you hurt me. Okay, listen. I love that song just as much as anybody else, right? But resentment is not something you want to hold on to. You just don't. Okay, that means you are not forgiving. That means you, because she said I tried to forgive, but I'm just so full of resentment, right? Because you trying to forgive, but if you can't forgive, you end up just having resentment, right? So holding on to resentments only poisons you. The body keeps score. Remember that, okay? Dis-ease. Is it dis-ease in the body? Okay. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. And then you also got surrender your fear of change. Y'all harboring all that resentment towards people, and it's only making the cycles keep continuing in y'all life. Oh yeah, I'm in there now. So y'all are holding on so much resentment. You want so much change, but you holding all that resentment from whatever past situation. Nothing's ever gonna be changed. Able to change, and y'all hold so much resentment in that it become comfortable. And since you're comfortable in the pain, you're comfortable holding the resentment. You're comfortable holding these grudges towards people. What can possibly change in your life? If you comfortable holding on to that pain, then I might as well keep bringing you that pain all over again in different people, in different versions, in different cycles, right? If it's just so comfortable. You can handle that right here. Boom, here it is again. You can handle it, right? You comfortable, right? That's your comfort place. Change. It's like, hey, stop being worried about change. Stop being scared of change. Stop being... Change is so beautiful. I've learned that. I've been learning that. It's such a beautiful thing. Like, it's you having a resistance to the change is only making it harder. Imagine if you change and watch how quick, easily life gets. So the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Always. You are supported in whatever you decide to do, right? Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Hey, I don't know. It's that time. Repeat the affirmation. I have faith that all is well. Okay, that is your affirmation. Pisces. Pisces, all right? Let's go a little deeper. What might be going on? Pisces. Okay, resentment and change does come with grief, right? Okay. So And then y'all did. These cards try to come out with the surrender to play. So it's like, you need to get back into the joys of life with having fun again. I know a lot has been happening. I definitely got to send this to who I think I need to send this to, because she's a Pisces and I know she's been having a hard time. But okay, so with change, sometimes an old version of you really has to die, right? And even with relationship endings and things of that nature, that comes with grief. Okay, grief is really, it's not necessarily, grief isn't always about somebody actually physically passing. Sometimes it's the grief of just change. Change can cause grief, right? Because that relationship ending, you're grieving the loss of that relationship. You know, in order to go to this next chapter, you have to let the old version of you die. You're going to grieve that old version of you dying. You know, that's why it's hard for you to want the change, right? But you have to realize that there's just so much more joy in the world. On the other side of all that pain and all that grief, there's just so much more joy waiting on you. It's waiting on you to release that resentment. It's waiting on you to stop being scared of change. Enjoy life. Enjoy what is good. Enjoy even like, okay, like fall. Like, I love fall because it's like, even with the leaves falling, you see this tree behind me, it barely has any leaves left, but then you see that tree over there, it's still full of trees. Like, it's just take time, honestly, Pisces. Sit outside. It's cold, yeah. Sit outside and just watch the leaves fall. Look at the different colors of all the trees as you're driving around, walking around, whatever, and just really realize, like, start acknowledging how beautiful change is. Because remember, all this shedding that this tree is doing, in the spring it's gonna bloom again. Okay. Maybe you want to focus on giving and receiving. Like, what, or just finding more balance in the giving and receiving. Stop giving too much of yourself, or stop over giving to people who aren't even able to give anything back to you. Or where are you receiving or feeling like you're not receiving the I just got cold. When are you not child? I see balance. So balance. Are you living selfishly? Like, are you giving, expecting to automatically get something back in return? Because that's like not really divinely guided. That ain't of Most High, you know. And receiving is a spiritual law and spell work. Give time, money, services, resources, and good vibes. If you're a generous giver, cultivate a practice of receiving and giving. Okay. So I don't be reading this stuff because somehow, some way, it's gonna click in my head. So it's not even necessarily. So this is about change more so. So this is about, give out the energy that you truly want to receive back, right? So if you're holding resentment and grudges and things, I'm assuming you might be walking around a little angry with the world, right? And then you doing that, you only go get met with more anger in the world, right? Not book but you only go get met with more anger in the world, right? You not just focus on the energy that you're putting out in the world, and refine what energy you actually want to attract. What is the change you want to see? So start, excuse me. Start giving out the energy. Start giving out the energy that you want to receive back in return. We're not doing it in a, make sure you're not doing it like just, oh yeah, Gentry said to, I'm gonna be nice. I want all this love, so I'm gonna just start being extra nice, giving out all these extra compliments. Now, don't force it. Still be your true, authentic self, but be light. Release that grudge, release that anger, and move in love and light naturally. Don't force it, because if you're forcing it, you're gonna get fake love in return if you're giving out fake love. So still be your authentic self, but what energy do you want to put out? What energy do you want to receive needs to be the energy that you're trying to actually put out, or that you are putting out too. You get what you give. Okay? Oh, yeah, I didn't even do. I'm about to end it right now. Sorry, y'all, Pisces. What is this? Advice cards. So you have the guidance. So yes, you have to trust yourself right now. Okay, so Pisces and Virgo sister signs. So Virgos was giving that, be more into self and more into, or was that Gemini? More into your individual power. Yes, it was Virgo, because I was saying be so firm in yourself and your boundaries and things, that even when things come up, that's still having self-trust. That's still being in your own power. And then Gemini was like the intuition and things. So it was still self. A lot of self energy. Honestly, that's what retrograde is. It's return to self, is asking you to look at yourself. Now look at everything around you. Look at yourself for everybody, right? So you need to have more self-trust in yourself and your intuition. 444 might be significant, because you are protected. 444 is protection. And you don't need nobody to rescue you. You don't need rescuing. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but you don't need rescuing. You can rescue yourself. And for the people who might, it's still not rescuing, but the people who might have people who come in to kind of do the rescuing, it's still not rescuing, but you might be guided to people that can help elevate your situation. Let me say that. I'm not going to say rescuing, but can help elevate your situation. But you have to just trust yourself to put yourself out there to even be able to have the guidance and meet the people that you might need to meet. Gemini energy. So maybe some of y'all got Gemini placements. Oh my God, if you got Gemini placements, and oh my God, it's a lot. I can't say nothing because be the next thing. But I'm not next, but yeah. But you have the guidance that you need. You have all the answers that you need. You just have to be balanced within yourself. You have to release the resentments that you have towards certain things to be able to move forward and have the change. You have to surrender to the change. Surrender to fear too. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. And I've also heard fear is, what is it? With fear, you can either face everything and rise or face everything and run. Which one you go do? Me personally, I would take the rise because I ain't running from shit. You feel me? Yeah. That's your energy, Pisces, for this retrograde. And then let's get into Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Your season set me up. Put that back just in case. No bias. No bias. No bias. Bias. Sagittarius. Noticeable to this retrograde. Okay, keep it cool, keep it cute, keep it cute. Sagittarius. 2 cards, 1 card. What Sagittarius you might need to. Okay, why? Sag, you might be the only one people that get 3 cards because I got told not to play it back, even though child. Okay, but they all kind of correlate. So surrender to setting limits, Sagittarius, surrender to negative thinking, and surrender to inner peace. These all like go into each other. So it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. It is. Surrender to negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing. Quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So when you're setting limits to yourself, that's borderline thinking negative. When you live limitless, you're surrendering to that inner peace because you're not having any more conflict with yourself. When you live free, you can be free, you can be at peace. And honestly, it's shocking to even see this for Sagittarius because Sagittarius are such a, I feel like fire signs in general are so like, it's fire, so it's like, you usually would think they're the ones that just really like spontaneous and you really think they wouldn't have no limits because you would think they just firecrackers bouncing off the walls a little bit. Like they already live fearless and limitless, like they already do whatever. But at the same time, I do know some Sagittarius, and actually that is not true because I know some that really will sit there and overthink and and I know it's easier said than done to counteract a negative thought with like positive thoughts, but you really have to do that during this time, especially during the retrograde, because it's probably going to be, you're probably going to be triggered so much that it's going to be very easy for you to do the negative thinking, and you can't do that during this time. Like you're being asked to really grow. You're being asked to stop setting limits on yourself so that you can truly open up and see how great life can really be when you don't have any limits, when you don't hold yourself back from certain experiences, when you allow Most High to do what He's gonna do and show you how good life can get. Like that's kind of like something I try to say, David. Like, God, show me how good it's gonna be. God, show me how good it can get. Most High, show me how good it can be. Da 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 da. Show me the wonders of the world. You know. And this is like that third eye. So the negative thinking is the purple. So that's that third eye energy. You need to, you're blocking your own power, you're blocking that intuition from being able to be free when you constantly sitting there thinking negative. And then you're not confident in your own being. So you need to tap into your sacral energy, that orange. All right. Sagittarius. It's time to level up. You are worthy of anything that you desire. All right, I'm gonna look that one up. This card. But yeah, it's time to stop having. If you if you would surrender to the setting limits and live limitless, a level up will happen almost immediately. When you fully surrender to that, when you stop having limits, when you stop having doubts, because that's where the limits come from. The limits come from having doubts. The limits come from fear. Okay? The limits come from whatever negative thoughts you're telling yourself. That's why you need to stop telling yourself. The inner peace is just going to naturally happen. That's why I don't even add part of me able to put it back. But it's going to naturally happen when you do those things and when you realize how worthy you really are of a good life. Because I know it's hard. I know that when you might have had a hard childhood, you might have had a hard life, or it seemed like things were harder for you to get to, or success was harder for you to be at. It's so crazy how I just feel like it just suddenly got so quiet in the world. When you finally, when you realize like anything that happened in your childhood, especially as a child, it's not your fault. You know, it wasn't your doing. You know, as a kid, you're supposed to be protected. As a kid, certain things you were supposed to be protected from. And that might not have always been the case. That might not have always been able to happen. But you're still worthy of a beautiful life. You're still worthy of everything you can dream of, anything your heart truly desires. You don't have to be caught up in the struggle of your past. Okay, maybe you grew up in poverty, but you can end up being the first billionaire in the family. Like it's okay. You don't have to always be a product of your circumstances. Use the circumstances to just keep pushing you forward to stop having limits. If you lived a limit, maybe people will put insecurities into you. Maybe people were putting you down, but now you're putting yourself down. Now it's the negative. They're not even saying nothing. It's the negative thinking of yourself. You got to erase that. You have to heal that. You got to face that and really sit with, again, fear is just face everything and run, or face everything and rise. And I just feel like right now, mutables, we're all being asked to rise, face it all and rise above it, not run from it, or the cycles are just going to keep continuing, right? And I said I did pick this one up just because I have it, but I feel like even when I'm looking at this card, this brazen card, I feel like it's just kind of like the fruits of your labor and just really enjoying life. Like I feel like she's just like, that a magical train? Because I don't see no train tracks, Bookie. Like, I feel like it is kind of just like the magic of life will just truly start expanding so easily as soon as you surrender that negative thinking and crazy. Okay, the element of this card is fire. Y'all are fire signs. All right. Oh, and that's why I was getting brave and brazen. Was I having a small moment? Anyway, so your declaration would be, or your affirmation can be, I am bold, brave, bold. I am bold, brave, shameless, and brazen. All right. Okay, so yes, I feel like I kind of said this, but what would you dare to do if you knew you couldn't fail? Surrender to what your heart truly desires. You put limits on yourself because you're scared of failing. So you try to stay in a conscious, safe comfort zone, and you're being asked to get out of your comfort zone. True elevation, that level up that you want to happen, is not going to happen in your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone to be able to enjoy the the freedom of life that you truly want. Because I know Sagittarius really do just want to be free in life. But if you're setting limits, how's that? You're like contradicting yourself by even setting the limits, because you can't live a free life if you have a limit. Freedom means there is no limit. Freedom is just, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep leveling up. I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep moving up. Okay. I lost my page, but I guess I don't need it. But I really wasn't trying to. I did really want to read it because I've never seen this card. I'm intrigued. I'm a little nosy now. Okay, Satira. Step up, go for it. Partner with the divine to make brazen choices, and everything meant to diminish you will elevate. Diminish you will elevate you. All who mean you harm fall away. All your hurdles, are illusions, because you are plugged into the source. So you have Most High at covering you. You have Most High behind you, but you just choosing to be in your own head and be in your own way. I'm getting that a lot with everybody. Who else was in their own way? Gemini was in their own way, and ain't y'all sister signs? Gemini said. Okay. Well, sisterhood community is what I get with sisterhood. Child. Okay, hold on. Let's just do it. Because I feel like sisterhood came out as soon as I said sister sign. So hold on. Sagittarius. So again, y'all kind of getting the same thing with Virgo, like surrender to the awe and ecstasy. Like life can actually be beautiful if you actually just take the time to enjoy it and pay attention to, maybe y'all might have, who got this? Gemini got the hunt too, right? So y'all, oh, I just say, did y'all get more extra cards again when y'all supposed to? Yes, you're supposed to be 3 in here. But no, y'all got 3. 33, 11, 33, 11, 7, 7. Okay, y'all got some good energy numbers. Okay, so, originally when I was first shuffling, the Surrender Unhealthy Relationships was about to come out, right? Where it did come out, and I just put it back because I was like, let me just reshuffle everything, right? And it just didn't come in again. But you might need to surrender some unhealthy relationships still, because you might need to be really paying attention to who is around you that is giving into the limits, opposed to trying to get you out of that, and who's pouring into you in the right ways and who's not pouring into you. I feel like is what's happening with Sagittarius. Is like, who around you wants you to stay in that old version of you, but who wants to see you grow and elevate and really live the life of your dreams, right? Pay attention to who you doing the hunt with, right? Who is around you during this time. And again, once you get out of that limits and get out of the negative thinking and really get into that inner peace of the world and inner peace within, and really just start showing up more happy and free and worthy of everything, and really in God essence, God body, God inner God. I don't know what else I'm saying. The God within, God is God, whatever. And start getting more into your creative power. And I also got equal energy. So Gemini and Sagittarius having kind of like similar things, which in Pisces and Virgos are. I'm very surface level with my this is turning into an hour-long reading. Jesus. Okay, so let me hurry up and wrap this up. So yeah, Sag, you're being asked to just step more into your creative power, and what would you really do if you could not fail? If you were fully 100% supported by spirit, which you are, what would you do with your life then? If there was no fear of failure, what would you do? If you could not fail, if the only choice was for you to succeed, what would you be doing? How would you live differently if you could do that? Maybe y'all need to watch my video about not boxing yourself in. I did definitely post a video about that. And just surrendering to your full authenticity. And really, I know I made a video about standing in your own way. I know I had to, at least over the summer. I don't know what it's titled, but it's definitely a video about standing in your own way and being your own blockage. So I recommend that video for like all mutable signs. And if you haven't already, you order your body oils and your body butters so that you have your spiritual tools and your daily dose of magic every day of this Mercury retrograde, okay? And therefore after and every day of your healing journey in general. Because remember, healing gets messy before it gets magical, but it still gets magical. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. You are royalty, so keep that crown securely on. I love you. I hope you love you. Peace.